Yun po yung forest area.
Ayun!
Oh my God!
Beautiful! Buti na lang nasa open tayo, walang mag-shh.
Okay.
Ayun. Sana mahuli niya.
Magandang gabi po. Hi, Burns.
Hello po sa ating lahat.
Magandang gabi po. Welcome po to Senior City. Pang-ilang episode na, Miss Bernadette?
Nasa episode 22 na po tayo. Sa gabi pong ito, ang pinamagatan po natin ng ating episode na Ibon at Saribuhay, Birds and Biodiversity. So, welcome po.
Welcome po. At sa gabi rin pong ito, nakita niyo naman, may kasama kami ni Berna ngayon, si Miss Miles Holar. Pero bago natin lubusang ipakilala si Miss Miles, so ito nga po ang ating episode for tonight ay Birds and Biodiversity. Ibon at Saribuhay. Dahil yan po ang isa sa mga bagong kinahihiligan namin ni Berna ngayon. Thanks to Miles and her friends at the Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. So dahil po sa birding ang ating topic ngayon, ang pinanggalingan po nito, let me also share again. Let me share this parang PowerPoint lang po namin na maikli lang to, Miles, and then we'll introduce you more. So ito po, narito po as usual, ito po yung makulay na event poster, episode poster ng Senior City. Salamat sa CISO, Inat Philippines, at sa Senior City sa panahon ng COVID. Senior sa panahon ng COVID. Yan po ang title, Birdwatching at PRRM GPC with the Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. Burns, gusto mong ipaliwanag ito?
Sige po. So, last June 2022 po, that is Saturday, like literal po na last week lang. Bago po kami magkaroon ng episode 21 natin last week po. So, nung umaga po na yon, nagkaroon po kami ng bird watching activity or birding activity, which is napapaliwanag po mamaya kung ano pa nagkaiba ng birding at bird watching at ano yung mas prefer namin na term. And nagsimula po kami noong 7 lang, around 7:34 to 9:57 a.m. And sa activity po namin na birding last Saturday. So ano lang po kami, umikot lang po kami sa PRM GPC o PRM Global Partnership Center sa Silang, Cavite po. And then naglakad-lakad lang po kami doon, paikot po sa campus. And yung lakad po namin ay umabot ng 2.74 kilometers lang. Like umikot lang po talaga kami from the forest doon po sa nilalakaran po mismo, dinadaanan. Kasi mismo sa daan lang po may nakita na agad kami ng kung ano-ano. Mamaya po ay mai-share po kung ano po yung mga species na yon. And speaking of species din po, so nakita po namin at narinig ang 26 species sa 2 hours lang po na yun na pag-ikot namin sa campus. What if nag-overnight pa kami doon? Ilan kaya?
Correct. Yan po, ano? Tapos, yung 26 po na species na yan, ito po yung listahan na yan. Maliit lang po talaga ang text, dahil ang font size, dahil ang dami po naming nakita. Ito rin yon, hinati ko lang po para medyo mas malaki. Mamaya siguro pag nagkwento po si Miles sa atin, ay pwede nating balikan tong slides na ito. So yan po yun, ano? Ang dami kong makita nyo. Sa 2 oras lang po yan. Ito pa. Yan. So yan po yung, ayan. Yan po yung mga nakita namin doon sa pag-ikot namin sa Global Partnership Center. Ngayon po, hindi po namin patatagalin dahil gusto namin makipagkwentuhan sa kanya talaga. Kahit sabi namin, kahit yung buong 1 hour, magkakwentuhan tayo. Ay ang amin pong bagong kaibigan, dahil po kasama namin siya ng Sabado lang sa kwento nga ni Berna, June 22. 1 week po pa lang ang aming friendship, pero mukhang 1 year na. Drama. Taga-Imus, Cavite po siya. Kaya din po siya ang inimbita namin dahil kaprobinsya kumbaga. Sa Silang po ang PRRM at siya ay taga-Imus. So dumayo po siya sa Silang para sumama dun sa birding activity. Siya po ay isang professional birder. Member po siya nung Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. Mamaya po mas ikakwento niya yan. Siya po ay isang content creator. Siya po ay isang entrepreneur. Siya po ay ang bago naming kaibigan ni Berna, si Miss Miles Hollar. Miles!
Hello
Thank you
po.
for joining us tonight.
Good evening po sa lahat. I'm not sure about professional birder. Pero yes, I'm a I'm birder or bird watcher. We'll talk more about that later. Pero hello, kamusta po?
Hi!
So,
Ayun.
po,
So, bago ko simulan yung talk, I just wanted to ask you, both of you,
Yes.
bago yung bird watching, did you parang ano yung expectation nyo at na-fulfill ba yun nung after nating mag-bird watching? Or parang hindi ba kayo before natin ginawa yun, naging interesado ba kayo, or parang is it something that you're looking forward to, or parang so lang, honestly?
Ikaw, Burns, gusto mo?
mabilisan. Na
Sige.
parang, kasi for me po, parang, nung before po nagkaroon ng invitation for the bird watching activity, parang so lang na parang, birds, parang nakikita ko naman yan pag nabiyahe ako. O pag nasa himpapawid ako, pag o kaya naman pag naglalakad ako, nandyan lang sila, naririnig ko, ganun. Pero there's no identification kung ano sila. Basta parang ibon, okay, lumilipad, yun na yun. Pero nung nasa na po, bird watching activity na po tayo last Saturday lang, sabi ko, oh wow, this is bird watching, this is birding, na parang you put skin in the game, na parang ito pa yung itsura ng mga huni ng mga ibon na to, and then ito pala yung mga klase nila, yung mga names nila. So for me po, it is beyond my expectation. So it really meet my expectation kasi ganun pa. So parang 101% po yung satisfaction ko nung nakasama ko. And thankful ako kay Ma'am Kai kasi originally hindi sana ako sasama, pero sabi niya, sama ka ba? Kasi baka hindi ka free ganyan. Pero hindi, ma'am, okay, go.
Oo. Ako rin, Miles. Ako, para yung treatment ko before the birding activity natin was, project ito ng PRRM, so gagawin ko lang yung trabaho ko. Parang ganyan. Pero, parang si Berna, it went beyond my expectations. Kung naalala niyo yung short video kanina sa simula ng episode, ako po yung tumitili nung nakita yung ibon na nakasilip namin. Mamaya papakilala ni Miles kung ano yung ibon na yun. Parang nakaka-lift kasi ng spirit na, so hindi, parang very seldom kung nararamdaman yon, and kaya tuwan-tuwa kami dun sa activity na yun. I would like to do it again. Yun, Miss Miles.
All right, I'm just so glad to hear that because the reason why I ask is gusto kong mag-transition to dun sa story ko naman on how I started as a birder. So I was born and raised in Manila. So talagang city girl, and I never imagined myself living in the province, kahit sabi natin Cavite na parang parang medyo urbanized na. Pero we moved here in 2015. So nasa subdivision kami. And then, may mga ibon dun sa mismong tapat ng bintana ng kwarto namin sa power line. Ang dami nila. Ang liliit nila. Ang dami nila. Tapos, so, yun nga, as usual, parang hindi ko naman sila talaga unang pinapansin. Pero parang nagtataka ako na ano ba 'tong mga ibon na 'to? Kasi sa tuwing sisilip ako ng bintana, lagi ko silang nakikita. So, ginugol ko. Wala pa kasing Google Lens no'n, eh. Ngayon may Google Lens na parang 'pag pinicturan mo, puwede mong i-Google yung image ta's malalaman mo kung ano siya. Pero noon wala pa ng gano'n. So, parang dinescribe ko lang siya sa Google as in parang black, small bird in the Philippines, wild bird, gano'n, small bird. Kung ano yung ano ko hanggang sa eventually, I found out na, um, mamaya natin makikita kung ano siya at, may picture din ako that I took. I took a lot of photos of this, bird kasi nga marami siya dito sa'min. So yun, so dun nag-start and then, nag-search din ako sa Facebook, then eventually I came across Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. So instinctively sa Facebook, nilike ko yung page nila. So finollow ko sila and then, may nakita akong post nila na parang, they're inviting people for a guided bird watching trip. Very minimal lang yung I think back then this was in 2018. Back then it was like 100, 150 and dito siya sa may well, before it's called Lapa Pacheya, but now it's Las Piñas Parañaque Wetland Park. So LPPWP. Malapit siya doon sa toll gate ng Coastal sa may Cavitex. So, yun, pumunta kami since hindi naman siya very close, pero close na sa amin. So parang 30 to 45 minute drive away from us. So, ako tsaka yung anak ko, pumunta kami doon, tsaka yung asawa ko, pumunta kami doon and ayun, I never imagined that I would see that many species of birds in one morning. Siguro mga parang from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. lang yung gano'n, parang katulad nung ginawa natin. And we saw a lot and it was amazing. And that's when it really piqued my interest in bird watching. After that, actually, dumiretso kami ng mall. Bumili ako ng book, ng guidebook. Yung Naturalist Guide to Birds of the Philippines. It was actually co-authored by one of the members of the Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. I'm sorry, I forgot to put that on the slide, but you can look it up. Pero yun nga, so I was just so happy. Since then, it's one of my happy place. Anywhere that I can observe birds, it's just been I guess it's a life-changing hobby for me because yung newly found appreciation ko sa wildlife, sa just being still, just being in the moment, and it's kind of like meditative, di ba? Parang dahil andun ka lang. So yun. So yeah, so speaking of that, I just wanted to first share some photos of us last Saturday.
Yan, patingin.
And it won't look like we had fun, but we really had fun because nga sa bird watching kailangan hindi ka maingay, hindi ka magalaw, pero we were having fun. So I guess let me share my screen. Sorry.
Ayan na po pala.
Gusto ko yung sinabi ni Miles, meditative.
Yeah. All
Hindi
right.
ko
So
yun
here are some of our photos. Just a quick siguro background on what we're doing here. I think here on the left side, we were looking at the rhabdornis and the flower pecker. Here we are walking. I think are we walking back? Pabalik na tayo.
Pabalik na, oo, pabalik na.
Tapos dito sa kanan, sa taas, I forgot what we're looking at. Pero I think it's also the rhabdornis, ibang angle lang. Tapos ito yung you have an area there where there are photos of birds. So, ayun, Karen was showing us different birds and where we can find them, I think. Ayan. Then next slide. So, more action photos, action pics. And these are photos, by the way, taken by Denise Samson. She's also a member of the Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. This one, this yellow bird that we saw, nesting. So nesting means that they have a nest, they have an active nest, they're feeding their young ones with I think it's cicada. Pero this is a black-naped oriole. And they can be loud. You can hear them from afar. And you just have to look up and look for something yellow. And it will move eventually and you can see it. And then here, ito yung binibidyohan natin dun sa video.
Yes, yes.
This is called the rufous crowned bee eater. So they eat bees and other insects, and ang dami nila doon, which is very nice. It's so happy to see that they're thriving there.
Sa mga nanonood po na Miss Miles, no? Totoong pictures po yan. Nakita po
Yes.
talaga namin ito. Hindi po ito sa Google.
Hindi po ito AI.
The AI.
These are photos. So, ayun. So, I think, covered different habitats. So, we covered grasslands, forest areas. Ayun. All right. So, just, I guess, a sneak peek of what you can expect when you go bird watching, especially at PRRM. And, yeah. So, ito nga, what is bird watching or birding? So, this, somehow it can be interchangeable, pero we prefer birding. The reason why is, as Berna mentioned, we also can hear birds, and sometimes we cannot find them. It can be very frustrating to not see them. So we would still consider them as birding. So we just call it birding. So it includes hearing and watching the birds. So that's bird watching. And also for bird watching, the birds have to be wild. So they are free, they're not caged, they're not captive. It won't make sense to say na you're birding at a zoo. Diba? Parang nakita mo yung yung Philippine eagle na naka-cage. So hindi siya bird watching. So they have to be wild, they have to be free, and yeah, so basically just observing the bird. It's very, very straight to the point. Pero yun nga, as long as they're free, wild, and you have observed them, that's birding. Yeah, so benefits of birding. I think I've mentioned this earlier. It's somehow a form of meditation. So it really helps with your mood and your mental well-being. I work as a freelancer, a virtual assistant, and it can be stressful at times, and especially during the pandemic, it can be mentally exhausting. Pero I always look forward to weekends where I can go birding, or even minsan sa hapon na parang malapit na yung sunset, kasi minsan yung parang sunset time, minsan active din yung mga birds pero mas active talaga sila sa morning. So yun yung yun, basta kapag kunyari na-stress ako or medyo na yun nga, napapagod ako or na-overwhelm ako, I always have birds to just find and they help me with yun yung mental exhaustion.
Miles, as excuse. So pag halimbawa ganyan, nasa bahay ka tapos nagtatrabaho ka, especially nung pandemic, saan ka pupunta to go birding o bird watching?
Actually, just from the window.
Ganun lang. Kasi ang sarap mo, sa Imus ka nakatira.
Yeah.
Ah.
So merong mga birds na you can see in the neighborhood. Kahit
Right.
actually sa Manila may mga ibon, pero hindi siya
Right.
ganun karami, di ba?
Ah,
Pero dito sa Imus may mga areas na parang mga bukid, mga grassland. So I go there. Actually, before, mas excited ako sa mga forest birds eh. Parang mas challenging sila and most of them are really colorful. So parang wala ako masyadong interest sa mga grassland area na birds. Pero nung yun, I spent a lot of time birding here around Imus. Nakita ko yung iba-ibang klaseng ibon na can be found in a grassland area and I started appreciating them and excited din ako makita sila. While we were actually at PRRM last week, I was looking forward to find yun nga yung button quail, yung pugo, but we weren't able to
wala.
see them. But yeah, so they're also as exciting as forest birds. So ayun, yun nga, mental well-being, and it makes you active. Diba? Kaya sinabi ni Berna, we walked for 2.4 kilometers. Kung lalakarin mo yun, para lang kunyaring pumunta ng mall, you won't do it. Diba? Parang, or pumunta sa friend mo, you won't be motivated to do that. Pero, when you are bird watching or when you're birding, minsan hindi mo namamalayan, ang haba na pala ng nilakad nyo, ang tagal nyo na palang naglalakad. And I also used to hike, not a lot, pero dati we hike. Nakakapagod kasi talagang yun yung parang activity, hiking eh. Pero pag sa birding, you stop to when you hear a bird, you stop, 'di ba? Or when you see a tree na sa tingin yung pupuntahan ng mga birds or may mga birds doon, you stop. So, wala yung pressure na parang kailangan ko nang umakyat, kailangan kong matapos to.
Tama.
So, medyo mas mas relaxing siya para sa akin. Pero, at the same time, challenging pa rin kasi yung parang, kumbaga parang birding pa rin yung goal mo eh. Pero at the same time, yun nga, you're being active. Lalo na sa, yun nga, tulad ko, like personal profession ko, I just stare at the computer all day, all night. So, when I'm birding, hindi ko namamalayan na nakaba naman ang lahat ko. So, ayun. The third, I would say, benefit would be just being in nature. Being in nature. Most of the time, we're just surrounded by four walls. Diba? Parang, or we're just on our phone. And we cannot help it. And ito na yung mga nakasanayan natin. Pero when we are birding, personally, hindi ko namamalayan na hindi ko hinahanap yung phone ko. Pero pag sa bahay, di ba, parang lagi mong hahawakan yung phone mo, lagi mong aangat, di ba? Kahit wala ka namang, parang wala ka talagang goal or wala ka purpose para hawakan yung phone mo. Talagang parang sanay ka na hawakan yung phone mo. Pero when you're birding, hindi mo namamalayan talaga na hindi ko nahanap yung phone ko. Parang minsan nga parang naiinis ka na hawak mo pa yung phone mo eh. So, iyon, just being in nature, appreciating the environment, and minsan nga nagsisimula lang yan sa birding or pwedeng sa iba kasi, pwedeng yung iba parang mas more on plants, trees sila. Tapos eventually nagiging interested na rin sila sa mga birds. For me, it's the other way around. Diba? Parang I started appreciating birds first and then eventually parang nagiging interesado na rin ako sa mga puno, sa mga halaman, sa mga native plants and trees natin kasi parang yun yung mga pinupuntahan talaga ng mga ibon eh. So yun. And is there anything else do you think that you can add, or meron ba sa tingin sa inyong other benefits that I haven't mentioned? Yeah.
Ay, baka si Bernadette meron. Kasi nung nag-birding tayo nung Saturday, may kasama tayong bata, di ba, yung anak ni Gio. 7 ba or 8 si Nayon. So, feeling ko, nainitan lang siya kaya nauna siyang umuwi sa atin. Pero, ginagawa din yun nila Gio at silang mag-asawa sa anak nila tsaka sa iba pang mga bata as an educational activity. So para matuto din. Siguro tayo dahil may awareness na tayo of the environment, of biodiversity. Pero sa mga bata, pwede rin gamitin siyang or pwede rin mag-serve siya as a venue for education, for learning, for raising awareness. Yung kahit birding yan, ang daming masasangang matututunan.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that, because I think it's important, diba, na parang kasi nakalimutan ko na i-add yun, pero yun nga, parang you start to care more, right? Parang if you already care about the environment, kapag nag-start ka mag-birding, lalo kang lalo kang nagkakaroon ng pake. 'Di ba, parang yung mga trash, 'di ba, yung mga pag may katulad dito sa amin, maraming mga development, mga housing development, mga infrastructure, mga road widening, or parang yung mga bagong roads. It breaks my heart na pag nakakita ng ganun. I'm not sure if it's a benefit or not, pero kasi parang mahirap din sa mental health ko na nakakita ng mga dati kong pinagbe-birdingan, tapos ngayon kalsada na. Pero yun nga, it opens your eyes na parang parang bahay parang dyan yung eastern grass owl, wala na sila dyan kasi parang yun nga, magiging eventually roads na yan. So ayun, so yun, isa rin yun, parang new appreciation to nature, yung magiging hopefully yun nga, sa mga younger generation, magiging sila, advocate sila for the environment. Ayun. All right, so if you're yun nga, if you wanted to start it with bird watching or birding, there are do's and don'ts. Yun nga, na-mention na natin kanina na yung basura, ganyan. As much as possible, yun nga, kahit nga, di ba, sa hiking, parang leave no trace. Di ba, parang, para syempre sa mga trail, you have to just pass by and be as if you weren't there. Diba? So ayun, so one that's one, yung not altering the environment while kang gagalong ng mga branches para lang magkaroon ka ng magandang view dun sa ibon. Yun nga, yung be very, as much as possible, quiet, para hindi mo ma-disturb yung mga ibon, and then yung pagiging still, yung hindi you don't have to like run or yun, basta maging disruptive sa environment, especially dun sa mga forest areas. There are times na syempre magiging excited ka na ibon, tapos you want to tell the people with you. So you can do that naman, pero yun nga, you can parang tapikin mo lang sila or kalabitin mo lang sila. Nakikita ko yun. So yun. And then I've also noticed na yung parang pagtuturo ka, tapos yung i-stretch out mo yung buong arm mong ganyan. Yun, medyo nakaka-disrupt din sa mga ibon. Pero I'm not really sure. Pero every time nakikita ko yung parang nakikita ko na parang napa-flush yung mga ibon. So yun. And then yun, at the same time, yun nga, yung flushing. So yung flushing means that you are intentionally wanting the bird to show up. So kunyari nasa grass sila, 'di ba? Parang may mga ibon kasi talagang nagtatago lang sa grass. So, hindi mo siya makikita, pero alam mo nandun siya kasi nagko-call siya. So, yung iba parang ibabatuhin para lang intentionally lumabas sila. So, that's a don't. And then yung papalakpak, para ma-disturb sila, just so they can get a good look or take a better photo of the bird. That's a don't. So I'm just listing down don'ts here, and also one of the, well, it's not bird watching, but I just wanted to point out yung RA 9147, which is yun nga, prohibiting us from hunting, capturing birds or wildlife. It covers all wildlife. So it goes without saying na bawal po tayong mag-alaga ng mga wild bird, kahit po yung mga inakay, may mga young ones. Kung nakita po, minsan po kasi nahulog sila sa nest, so we just leave them sa nearby branch na abot natin, pero hindi maabot ng mga pusa. And yun, hopefully and eventually minsan makukunin naman sila ng mga parents nila. So yun, siguro parang as yung sabi nga namin is watch, don't catch. So hanggang observe lang tayo. So yun. So yun yung mga don'ts, and I wanted to move on to do's na actually andito sa next slide ko. So ito yung mga I would say starter pack sa mga younger generation. So maybe to some it would sound like birding is an expensive hobby, pero that is if siguro parang marami kang target birds or marami kang mga parang gustong i-accomplish as a bird watcher. Pero if you want this to be something that you just want to go do on a weekend morning, 'di ba? Hindi naman siya magiging ganun ka-expensive. So sa attire or sa clothing, importante lang na they are what do you call it? Parang mute colors or parang something that will help you blend in dun sa environment, 'di ba? Green, gray, brown. One thing that really is a no-no is yung white shirt, especially kung sunny or bright. It's a bright day, so medyo talagang striking siya sa mga birds. So yun, parang rule of thumb lang is yung kakulay ng ng puno, ng dahon, parang medyo muted colors para hindi sila distracted or hindi sila parang distracting sa mga birds.
Ano yun, lilipad kasi sila palayo.
Yes, kung may parang pwedeng ma-distract sila kapag nakita nila yung syempre gumagalaw ka, naglalakad ka,
Oo.
di ba? So kung nakita na parang something white, di ba? Parang they can be threatened by that. So as much as possible, yun nga, parang medyo kailangan mute colors tayo para hindi naman tayo ganun ka
Parang istorbo.
or parang hindi sa tayo masyadong kitang-kita, di ba, sa ano. And then it will help you also kasi pag nakita ka ng birds, layo. Di ba? So as much as possible, ayun, yung hindi nila malalaman na andun tayo, or hindi they won't feel threatened. As for shoes naman, yun nga, ganun ding mga kulay, and then as much as possible hiking shoes para want to go to like forest areas, ganyan, or mud flats. So para din hindi ka madulas. And then this one, tumbler with your water para syempre hindi disposable. I always learn this the hard way kasi lagi ko nakakalimutan yung tumbler ko. And una ako pagkatapos nating mag-bird watching nung sa third day, yun nga lagi sa akin, sinasabi ng asawa ko na hindi ka napapagod eh. until matapos na.
Mm.
Pag matapos na yung bird watching, tsaka mo lang sasabihin na pagod ka na, inaantok ka na, nauuhaw ka na, nagugutom ka na. Pero habang nagbo-bird watching tayo, ilang oras pa yan, hindi mo nararamdaman yung gutom, yung pagod. So, ayun. So, kailangan may water bottle or yung iba may dala rin sila mga snacks, parang kain-kain lang para lang if ever na magtagal ka dun sa trail or sa sa pagbe-birding is ano ka, tawag dito, busog ka or hindi ka gutom. Tapos, ayun, so mosquito repellent. Kasi naranasan natin yan. Ako nag-spray ako nun pero nilamok pa rin ako. Hindi talaga maiiwasan yun. So, make sure na meron tayo niyan, especially if yun nga sa mga forest areas. At kahit sa mga grassland, marami lamok. Tapos sa binoculars naman,
Miles, medyo choppy ka. Nawala yata si Miles.
Yun nga rin po.
okay,
Yan.
guys still here.
Medyo choppy pa. Nasa binoculars ka. Yun pa naman yung interest ko.
Kahit yung maliit lang, ma'am, no?
Oo, basta high res. Ayan, nawala si Miles. Siguro meron akong kopya nung kanyang nung kanyang
Hello?
ayan ka na, Miles?
Ayan, sorry.
Ayan, sige.
Not sure. Yung internet namin siguro.
Siguro, oo. Nasa binocs ka.
Okay, yun. So sa binocular,
Ako na mag-share. Gusto mo?
okay, sige.
Ah.
Thank you. All right. So sa binoculars naman, if you're just starting out, kahit anong binoculars na meron ka, pwede naman. Pero if you really wanted to appreciate the bird more, di ba, naranasan niyo yan na parang pag tinignan niyo siya ng with your naked eyes, scope, di ba, parang wow. Di ba, parang bigla kang magulat, ay, ganun pala yung kulay niya, di ba, up close, sobrang ganda pa.
Yes.
So yun, so importante na yun nga, parang kung gusto mo ma-appreciate talaga yung yung birds is you use a binocular. It's either 8x42 or 10x42.
Okay.
And you can find them in yung mga more affordable versions can be found now in Shopee or Lazada. So yun yung
Svony.
SVBONY.
Svony. Okay. Oo.
Hello? Yeah.
Yan.
SVBONY.
Yes.
Yeah, yun. Tapos, kung afford mo naman ng mas maganda, you can look for Nikon Monarch or well, meron pang sa affordable is yung Celestron and Soloniac. So yung Celestron, sorry, I didn't add them here. But I can add them to the comment section if anyone's interested. So yun, isa rin yun sa magaganda pero affordable binoculars. And the thing about binoculars is you will be buying them for life. So unless na talagang sirain mo talagang sadyain mong masira, hindi sila masisira. They're very sturdy, they're very durable. Most of them are waterproof, dustproof. So, ayun.
Miles, meron
Naman talaga siya.
meron bang physical stores na nagtitinda ng binoculars para nahawakan mo bago mo bilhin?
I think yung Henry's camera, I am not sure if they have a physical store. Sorry, I have not looked them up. Pero,
Okay.
kasi sa yung yung huli kong binoculars, nabili ko lang sa event. Tapos yung before nun, sa Decathlon.
Decathlon, okay.
Yes, so meron doon na pang pang nature siya. So yun.
Okay.
I don't have them here, pero yun, I can send more information if anyone's interested. Pero yun, sa Decathlon, meron siya ng binoculars na for bird watching. Ayun. Tapos, you can also bring a notebook and a pen if you want to list down the birds that you see. And also, this is a way for you to maybe draw the bird and help or ask for help for identification. So, hindi naman siya kailangang artist na drawing, na artist sketch na pero parang, you can just say na parang, ang shape ba niya is parang kalapate, diba? O Maya. Parang ganun. So, you can use this for, I'd say, like, journal, diba? Parang birding journal. And then, if you really wanted to know more about the birds here in the Philippines, you can buy a guidebook like this one. So it's Birds of the Philippines, and it's a complete list of birds that can be found in the Philippines. And it's really helpful even for professional birders, as you said, or for long-time birders. Minsan may mga birds like, we call them waders, yung mga makikita siya sa mga tabing dagat. They're very hard to identify or distinguish from each other because of their very similar characteristics. Yeah, yung mga itsura nila magkakamukha. So, yan. It helps to have a guide, a field guide for bird watching. And then the last one here, yung eBird. So, yung eBird is a database or a platform for basically just recording your observations, number of species, or what species, and yun nga yung location. So, it helps the it helps the ornithologist or just everyone that's really in that birding environment na mag-track ng mga records ng mga birds. And also, yun nga, parang lalo na dun sa mga parang mga bird watchers na, mga birders na, if they go to a location, they wanna know what birds have been found there. So it helps them na what they expect, or pwedeng andun pala yung target bird nila, so they can try to look for them with the help of yun nga eBird, kasi andun kita nila sa list na meron pala doon. So yun, parang maganda ring practice yung pagre-record ng mga birds. Ayun. I'm not sure if I missed something. Is there anything that you would like to add sa starter pack?
Bird na
Pwede
yata.
mga dala natin.
Yan.
Siguro po cap din kasi
Oh,
minsan
yeah.
Pero optional
Yes.
lang naman po.
Oo, yun. So, yung hat, para lalo na pag mainit. Ako kasi, personally, ayoko nag-hat kasi baka hindi mo makita.
Ay,
Lalo
oo.
na mapasa ka na pili. So, ayun, nahihirapan akong tuwing kaya.
Oo
Pero yun
nga,
nga,
no?
importante yun, protection din. And some people would have umbrella or a coat, a raincoat for protection. Because some birders, believe it or not, are rain or shine birders. So
Talaga.
kahit umuulan pa yan, tuloy lang ang pag-birding.
Adik.
Alright. So yun, spark bird. So ito yung bird na nagsimula ng interest mo. For for birding, and I would be my spark bird. Yeah, there. So barn swallow. So sila yung nakita ko sa power line sa tapat ng bahay ko, and I took a lot of photos of this bird. And yeah, so they are migratory birds, meaning kapag kunyaring winter sa northern hemisphere or wherever they reside, wherever they reside. So I think Russia, China. So kapag winter doon, they move to warmer climate areas. So that includes the Philippines. So they start arriving, I'd say September, minsan as early as August. So malapit na sila mag-arrive. Maybe you can see them at PRRM. Kapag kunyaring makikita niyo may maliliit na mga ibon sa power line, that could
Sila
be
yun.
them. Yeah. So they stay until March, I think. March or February.
Almost half a year, no?
Yeah. So yun. So andito sila. Medyo hassle pa nga doon sa bahay namin kasi nagpo-poop sila sa mga kotse. Kaya sobrang
Ganun
dami nila.
talaga.
So yun, that's my spark bird. So ito yung mga terms na ginagamit sa bird watching. Wala pa yung iba dito, pero yun, ano yung lifer bird na if you can remember?
Lifer. Yung lifer po is parang yun yung bird na parang pinakagusto mo. Tama ba? Kasi spark bird ay yung nagpukaw ng interest mo, and then lifer is parang sumunod na.
Sige, manghula ka.
Ikaw, may
Hindi ko rin maalala. Miles, ano yung lifer?
okay lang. So ang lifer is a bird that you see or you saw for the first time.
See.
So nung Sabado, ang dami yung naging lifer.
Right. Okay. That you saw for the first time.
Yeah. So nung Sabado, ang dami yung naging lifer.
Correct. Bee eater.
Spark bird ko yan, ma'am.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Yung Oreo.
So, yun lifer. The next. So, life list. So, basically, ito yung list of all the species that you've seen. So, may mga birders na merong Philippine life list. So, ano yung mga list of species of birds that they've seen just here in the Philippines. So, meron silang USA life list. So, ayun basically list of species that you've seen. Yep. Next. So, this is from birdwatch.ph, which is the official website of the Wild Bird Club of the Philippines. So, quick numbers. So we have 743 species of wild birds in the Philippines. Imagine how many different type of birds that we can see here. And dun pa lang sa PRRM 26 nakita natin. So imagine what else are there. So yun, so out of the out of the 743 species, 260 yung endemics. Endemics means na dito lang talaga sila makikita sa Philippines. Nowhere else. 296 yung migrants. As I mentioned, yung migrants meaning pumunta lang sila dito for to winter. So we call them wintering. They are wintering in our country. So yun. And then so as I mentioned, from August to March yun. So some birds would arrive early or later. Pero yan yung period na talagang we have observed migratory birds from August to March. And then 202 are residents, meaning na makikita dito at the same time pwedeng makita sa mga neighboring countries natin. Ayun. So if you wanted to know more about yun, bird watching, you can go to birdwatch.ph. So saan ba makikita yung mga ibon? So where can you bird here in the Philippines? So as I mentioned, sa mga urban areas. So here are photos of garden sunbirds. And I took those photos from my window, from my bedroom window. Yes, so makikita sila sa yes.
Sa
Makikita
Imus,
sila sa
Miles?
yan, sa mga subdivision.
Oh,
Yes, sa Imus.
nice.
So that's why they're called garden sunbird. Actually, before they're called olive-backed sunbird, pero ngayon they've changed it to garden sunbird. So they can definitely be found in gardens. So yung nasa taas with the blue neck, parang blue iridescent. So that's the male, and then the sa baba is yung female. Next slide, please. Grassland, so sa mga bukirin. So meron tayong photo here of an eastern grass owl sa baba, tapos sa taas yung mga cattle egrets. And there are more species that can be found there. Mud flats. So mud flats, this photo is not necessarily like I'm not sure if it can be considered as mud flat, pero parang inararo na yung yung bukid, tapos umulan, so tubig siya, so nagfiesta yung mga black winged stilt. So dun sa photo sa taas, so makikita niyo yung black winged stilt. This is a juvenile, so hindi pa siya adult, full grown adult. So medyo parang nagfi-fade yung kulay niya sa ulo. And magiging sobrang red talaga yung ano niya, yung mga paa niya. But this is a black winged stilt. Yeah, next. And yeah, forest. So that's you guys, Berna and Miss Kai. So I'm not sure what we're looking at here, pero this was taken by Denise Samson, and the photo of the yellow vented bulbul is also taken by her. So, and it has a fruit or seed in its mouth. So great capture. Masaya kami pag nakakita kami ng mga or nakakuha kami ng mga photos na ganyan. Yeah. So coastline, so sa mga beaches, sa mga sa mga kahit sa mga parang estuary na leading to a sea or ocean. So ayun, may mga ibon. So this one on the photo is a common sandpiper. And kagaya nga ng sabi ko, minsan mahirap silang i-ID because they really look similar with other sandpipers. So yung mga waders natin, medyo, ayun, they really look alike. So, and this was taken also here in Cavite. This is in Cailabne, in Ternate, Cavite. So these are, yeah. So just sharing the photos of, yeah, again, garden sunbird, female. And then, yeah, the male. So why are birds important in our ecosystem?
Meron pa pala. Yeah.
Right.
Hindi,
Oh,
wala na pala. Saan?
alright. So I guess
Okay.
medyo nandun na tayo, natapos na tayo sa fun part. So let's talk about the serious matter. So anyone would like to start this conversation?
Yan, si Berna yan. Dami niyang sasabihin.
I think po it's more of like, for our biodiversity, like yung sinabi nga ni Ma'am kanina na sari buhay. Like, they help pollinate the plants for them to grow and bear fruit, yung mga ganyan. And at the same time, I think birds are also one of the, din po parang carrier para makapag dumami yung plants. Like, they will spread out from one place to another. Kasi aside from wind and people who are planting, they're the carrier of the seeds. So I think yun po yung two major things that I can think of why birds are very important in our ecosystem po.
Oo. Ako din yung babalikan ko ulit yung sinabi ni Miles kanina. Yung ecosystem natin na panglabas, yung sinasabi ni Berna na sa natural world natin, no, to maintain ecological balance, a sustainable environment. Pero parang meron din tayong ecosystem sa loob natin ng bawat isa sa atin. And to keep that balance, parang ang very instrumental at susi ang makakita ka ng mga ibon sa paligid mo. It reflects health and a balance within yourself and a balance outside of yourself. Yun lang po.
Yeah, actually, those are both great points. Parang sa birding community nga, parang lagi namin sinasabi na, for the love of birds, because especially if you sometimes bird in extreme weather, parang parang you won't usually do this for something else, pero pagdating para sa mga ibon, you would endure yung weather, yung pagod. And yun nga, at the same time, yung going back dun sa ecosystem, yung biodiversity, they are great pollinators nga, and then they are they I forgot what the documentary was called, but yeah, they're saying na mas sila yung pinaka-effective na seed dispersal system sa forest.
Yeah.
So sila yung nakakatulong talaga na mag-grow pa yung forest natin, especially with a lot of this deforestation happening globally. We have the birds to depend on, hopefully, to help with still planting trees in the way that they don't even know that they're capable of, right? Because they just eat the fruits and disperse the seed. Ganun sila ka-importante na hindi nila alam kung gaano sila kahalaga na they're just doing what they do to survive, pero it still benefits the earth, and it benefits us, diba? So yun. And one thing also is to they help with eliminating or not eliminating, but minimizing or bawasan yung mga insects that are harmful
Yeah.
to trees. So they help with the you also help with pest control. Yung katulad nga nung pinakita kong eastern grass owl.
Ano na tayo? Nakat na tayo. At least nalagay ko yung go out and bird.
So yun, they help yung eastern grass owl, they help with rodent population and frogs, especially yung mga frogs na invasive species. Yung mga hindi naman dapat naturally occurring sa Pilipinas, yung mga parang hindi ko lang kung paano sila dinala dito sa Pilipinas. Pero yun, so kinakain sila ng mga eastern grass owl. Sorry, I think medyo na humaba yung
Oo, hindi na kita nasingitan para free yung flow. But anyway, thanks for viewing na si JM. Thank you, JM. We will continue with Miles, pag nag-schedule ni kami ng another episode for on-birding.
Okay.
Mas maimbita din siguro sina Gio, sina Karen, the team, no? The group that first birded in GPC. Tuloy na lang natin. So, i-record ni JM itong episode na to kasi i-upload din niya ulit kaagad sa YouTube. Pero maraming salamat.
Sorry, medyo humaba yata. Hindi ko na malayan.
Doesn't matter. Ang dami nating napag-usapan. Wala namang, nag-end lang naman din yun kaagad eh. Okay, thank you Miles
Thank you po.
Oo, pero i-request ka ulit namin next time.
Okay po.
Pero keep in mind, 1 hour lang tayo ha.
Okay. Basta birdwatching, humahaba yung
Oo nga, I know. Kami din. Sige. Ay, salamat, Miles.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Thank you kay Alan din for driving you last Saturday. Thank you, Burns.
Okay po.
Thank you, JM. Bye.